This is hard for my family, but this will work out. And my wife would punch me if I were to sit up here and whine about what's going on. That doesn't take away the pain. But it will work out because God causes all things to work out. You just can't quit. You can't give in. That family didn't wake up wanting to hurt my wife.
That was Thunder assistant coach Monty Williams speaking at his late wife's celebration of life. Ingrid Williams was tragically killed in a car accident Wednesday. They have 5 children. An estimated 900 people attended the celebration, including Doc Rivers and Greg Popovich. Stephen A., let me just say this. You guys know I'm a God-fearing woman, but hearing him amidst this type of tragedy and the faith that he still has is beyond inspiring for me personally. I listened to it multiple times. What was your reaction to Monty's speech?
Well, I echo those sentiments that you just said. And, you know, when I first heard the news about his wife and the car accident, you know, it devastated the NBA community. Anybody who knows Monty Williams a little bit knows that his faith is incredible. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being and a person. He's got a lot of friends throughout the NBA, various coaches and assistant coaches that I had spoken to in the last few days were either planning on going to the funeral or literally were en route when I had spoken to a few of them yesterday morning. It's just a devastating thing. I mean, you know, Greg Popovich and Doc Rivers were just, you know, representative of so many people that have been there. Jeff Van Gundy was there. Tom Thibodeau was there. So many others. The NBA community truly, truly mourns what happened to Monty Williams' family and the loss of his wonderful wife. It's a devastating blow because we know that it's a tragedy in every sense of the word. You know that this is something that shouldn't happen to anybody. But when you consider somebody as wonderful as him, as God-fearing as him, as decent at his core of a human being that he is, you truly see people in life that deserve not just an incredible level of happiness, but never deserve to experience the kind of misery that we undoubtedly can imagine his family, those 5 children of theirs. You know, him himself, being the wonderful husband that he is obviously going through right now. So to know that, to imagine that, and then to see him stand up and preach support for the person that obviously got in a car accident with his wife and how their family didn't wake up wanting to hurt his family and whatever. Let's just say that he's clearly a better human being than most of us would be, because to suffer such a devastating loss, those are not the kind of feelings that would sift through your veins in your body at that particular moment in time. In most instances, you would imagine that you'd be just suffocated by your own misery, your own pain and agony, as opposed to having the wherewithal to be thinking about somebody else's loss at that particular moment in time. But that's why he's Monty Williams. That's why he's so beloved throughout the NBA community. That's why all of our hearts go out to him and his family, because if there was ever truly an individual that didn't deserve the kind of misery that he's obviously feeling right now, it would be him.
Appreciate all that. I'm going to go one level deeper. Molly started to go there. I appreciate what you said. But if you don't mind me saying, I do believe in God. I'd like to think I have some faith, but I don't have this man's faith. I could not have done what this man did yesterday at the funeral of his 44-year-old wife with 5 children in attendance. It brought tears to my eyes when I first saw it, and like Molly,
me too.
I've watched it at least 5 more times because I'm just sort of dumbfounded by it, because I watch it and again, not to get too deep, but I've sat through a lot of sermons in my time. This was as great and powerful a testimony beyond any sermon I've ever watched for believing in and trusting God that I have ever seen. And it came straight from this man's heart with no tears and no notes. He had notes, but I watched carefully 4 or 5 more times. He doesn't look at his notes. He spoke from his heart. And the message was that we can't always know why a tragedy occurred. And for him, what a tragedy. I mean, it's inexplicable. That's all I heard. Everyone I've talked to around the NBA, how do you explain this? And he's saying, you can't right now. but sometime later it'll all come clear because God is in control. God's got this. That was the message. And he said, as hard as it is on my family right now and on me right now, this will all work out because God always works it out. And some people say, how can you think that right now? And he said, I didn't lose her. I know where she is. I envy her because she's in heaven. She's in heaven. What a great thing to say. So he misses her dearly, and he's going to miss just hanging around the house with her and the kids doing absolutely nothing. And I hurt for him as they go forward because they're going to go through a rough patch here. But if you have God in your heart and you trust it, you'll get through it. And that's as powerful a message from this man as I could ever imagine. And I'd say God bless him and God bless those 5 kids. And I hope if you haven't seen it, just go on YouTube. Just watch it a couple times and let it touch your heart because we all have to go through our share of tragedies. And maybe it'll help you the next time you suffer one.
Exactly. God spoke through him. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Amen, Skip.
That.
Amen.
All right. More First Take after the break. Stay with us.
I got news for y'all. You see that man right over there? I'm not worried. Don't get me started with him. This is unbelievable. It will change your fortune.
Quick thoughts on this one?
I think the Clippers have a shot to win this game as well, but I think Golden State's going to be ready, and Golden State is not San Antonio. If they're hitting perimeter shots, okay, it's going to be a problem. If DeAndre Jordan's getting to the free throw line, he's not making it. It's going to be a problem. I picked the Clippers to win last night against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not so certain that they're going to win Saturday night's game. A matter of fact, I think it'll be a nail-biter, but I think I'm going to put my money on the Warriors in this particular contest because I think against the Golden State Warriors, you need a Blake Griffin on the floor, playing at an elite level, but you still need him on the floor to beat the Golden State Warriors.
And I think Golden State will have a hard time tonight at Portland, where they have won 8 out of 9, not at home, but Portland has won 8 out of 9, not at home, but Portland has won 8 out of 9.
Back to back. I forgot about the next game.
Back to back, and I'm going to go with the home team, the Clippers, to pull out a close game.
All right, it should be a good one at the Staples Center.
I'll give the Clippers a better chance because I forgot about the back-to-back Golden State had tonight, but I'm going to still stick with the Warriors. I think it'll be a nail-biter, but I think they'll find a way to pull it out Saturday night.
Got some good ones this weekend, gentlemen. We're going to stay in the NBA up next.
Did I fall asleep and dream? You did it. You chose him. He was horrible. How about them Cowboys?
Oh, whatever.
I don't know what he's doing. He tap danced like the late, great Gregory Hines.
I got news for y'all. You see that man right over there? I'm not worried. Don't get me started with him. This is unbelievable. It will change your fortune.